So, we got a series of word problems and part twos to do here. We're going to start with number 18. Find two consecutive odd integers. So first, consecutive odd integer. Remember, if it's a shape, we draw a picture. Otherwise, we set up a table. Integer. That's going to be n. And then I got second consecutive odd integer. And you guys were, as a whole, very good at this during the test. One or two people made a mistake. But if it's consecutive odd, you got to go up by 2. So it's n times n plus 2. And also, many people got this right. This was a question that we were very strong in. N squared plus 2n equals 15. Subtract the 15 from both sides. Again, looking at your work, for the most part, it was really good. This is just like in the previous section. We're getting it all on one side. Now we have to factor using the AM method. I'm going to get n plus 5 times n minus 3. Now let's just do a quick mental check here. N times n is n squared. N times negative 3 is negative 3n. 5 times n is 5n. 5n negative 3n is 2n. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. Maybe it's the guy on the left. Maybe it's the guy on the right. Minus 5, n equals negative 5, plus 3, n equals 3. Now, we're not done. A few people stopped at this point. It says here, first off, only algebra will be accepted, which is what we're doing here. But it says find two consecutive odd integers. So the other one here would be negative 3. Negative 5 go up 2, and then this would be 3 and 5. So this is one pair of answers. This is the other pair. Notice it does say there are two pairs of answers. All right, so that's number 18. Again, I do apologize. I'm rushing a little bit, but I want to get this done today so that for the library visit tonight, you will have seen what all of this stuff is. Number 19. 6 points, rectangular garden. Now, I said to you coming in that I thought this was the hardest question on the test. This is a toughie. It's a shape this time, so we're going to draw the picture. 7, 10. Then this particular shape is surrounded by a walkway. So let's draw the walkway around the shape. And as I draw that walkway, what I realize is that the distance all the way around is the same. So I'm going to call them x's. Now, the new rectangle, the resulting rectangle, is 108. Now remember, the formula for the area of a rectangle is length times width. So I need to find the length and the width. Well, here's the width, and here's the length. How far is it from here to here? Well, let's just walk it and travel it. This distance is x. This distance is 10. So altogether, so far, I've walked x, and I've walked another 10, and then I walk another x. So I've walked 2 x's plus 10. Likewise, over here, how far have I walked? I walk an x, I walk a 7, and I walk an x. So altogether, this is a 2x plus 7. So 2x plus 10, the length, times 2x plus 7, the width is 108. In other words, length times width is area. It says the area right there. Now I'm going to double distribute, and I get 4x squared plus 14x plus 20x plus 70 equals 108. I can combine like terms here, and I can subtract 108. This is in the interest of saving a little room. You could do that in 2 different steps. Usually you would. 4x squared plus 34x minus 38 is 0. Right? 34x, 38. Good. Now I'm going to factor out a 2 that they share in common. And that gives me 2x squared plus 17x minus 19. But I can't factor, I got this 2 in front, so I'm going to go to plan B, and that gives me 2x squared plus 17x minus 38. And then I have to divide the 2 back. Let's see. Oh, this is factorable. I was a step ahead of myself there. This is x plus 19, x minus 2. Again, do the quick mental check. Pause your video right now. Do the mental check. You'll see that it works. And then I have to divide back in by the 2. So I get 2. I get 2x plus 19, and I get x minus 1 equals to 0. Now, let's go over here. Maybe it's the guy on the left. Maybe it's the guy in the middle. And maybe it's the guy on the right. Now look, does 2 ever equal 0? No, so I can reject that. I could do the 2x plus 19 equals 0. The problem is my answer is going to be negative because I'm going to subtract the 19, divide by 2. And in this context, x represents a distance, so that can't work either. This one, however, I can add 1 to both sides, and I get x equals 1. So that means this side, 2 times x is 1, is 12, plus the 10. and this is 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 7 is 9. So I get 12 by 9, which, not so coincidentally, if I multiply 12 by 9, I get 108, so I know my area is right. Okay? So there is what I feel is the most difficult question on the test. And I do know that I went pretty quickly with it, but I would suggest you just go over it a couple of times, and anything you need will be there. I don't have time to do number 22, and I'm not going to go too nuts on it. If you need help with 22, see me, but the grades on the test were outstanding. There's the bell that says the end of the period, so I really do have to stop at this point.